Popcorn a poppin' gamers. Welcome to Gamers Go to the Movies, the only podcast from the GigaBoots Podcast Network where we have to watch every live-action Hollywood adaptation of a gaming IP. I'm your host, Noel Slam Rocket Video Games, and with me is Bob.
Innuendo.
Chris Wolfhart. And Dr. Aggro.
You did it wrong.
And oh boy, is this stressing the absolute outer limits of what we cover here.
Well, it went to theaters.
It's a theatrically released Hollywood system-made movie, which is the most important qualifiers in this series. Because yes, that's right, we are covering the 2016 Ratchet Clank movie, made by Sony to coincide with the release of the game, both of which are a retelling of the first game. I think every person here has thorough experience with the Ratchet Clank franchise. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that way I could stave off talking about the movie for even one more second. I'm just going to talk about Ratchet Clank. Hey, you know what's great? Ratchet Clank, that second one and A Crack in Time are like my two favorites. Aggro, what's yours favorite? What's your favorite? Is it All for One?
I've got a problem where the PS2 and the PS3 trilogies blend together because I just kept playing the PS2 ones interchangeably over and over and the PS3 ones all in a run because we used to release games back to back then.
We sure did.
We sure did.
We sure did. It took, 5 years after this to get Rift apart?
Jesus, yeah, there was one Ratchet and Clank game on the PS4, and it was the one that was attached to this movie.
Mm-hmm. Kind of wild.
Imagine what we could have done with those resources. Maybe made a good Ratchet and Clank game.
I have the platinum in this game. I think I beat it 3 or 4 times before it got the PS5 60 frames per second update. Then I beat it one more time after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an amazing Ratchet game, but in the grand scheme of video games, that makes it pretty all right.
It's a serviceable remake of one mechanically.
Uh-huh. That correct. Correct.
And then the rest of it is the stuff from this movie.
For people who are newer, actually, real quick, Chris, what is your favorite Ratchet? Do you know?
Either Up Your Arsenal or Crack in Time, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those two are great. Bob?
It's probably just Up Your Arsenal just because I have nostalgia for it. Like, that's the first Ratchet I played, and it really worked.
It's a good Ratchet game. Yeah, Going Commando, there's just something, like, it has more arenas and less of a focus on the multiplayer things. 2 and 3 are very close, in my opinion. They're just different creatures at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, for sure. 2 is really good. It's not the first one I played.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't understand why this movie doesn't have a subtitle with innuendo in it.
Because it seems to me that this was their attempt to make the character of Ratchet more marketable to kids by making him suck and be lame.
I hate Boy Scout Ratchet. I hate it. He has joy in his eyes, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop having that right now.
And on top of that, he's a different kind of jerk ass in this movie. He's not like a cool, identifiable, lovable jerk ass. He's this thoughtless, mean asshole. But not like in a cool 90s I have attitude because I'm a mascot kind of way.
No, it really just comes off as thoughtless, yeah.
He's degraded into the same, like, completely self-absorbed but has good intentions mold of terrible that all the most hacky protagonists are.
Mm-hmm.
I sure got upset that I can't go play any old Ratchet games.
It's true.
Sony.
It's true. There's like no decent way to go do that that isn't using PCSX2 and getting some retro achievements. But I bet that there are some issues with the PS2 and PS3 emulators for Ratchet. In fact, in the last week, I didn't even get to tell you to. I think I was going to bring it up on Big Think to mention our weekly gaming news podcast. they updated RPCS 3 to fix, and I quote, all of the water in every PS3 Ratchet game. Apparently, all of it was broken. Mild update.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's crazy when these high-profile Sony games, because they did some updates that also fixed how lights work in every Resistance and Killzone game, apparently. Yeah, it's you know, it's an emulator. It's still in development. It's cutting-edge stuff, so still not there, but, you know, whatever. Sony, do something, for the love of fucking God.
No.
Okay,
That
well,
franchise is dead.
I tried. Wait, what do you mean dead?
We killed it just now.
Oh, man. I blame Wolverine. Oh, man. Okay, so I just need to get this out up front.
What's up?
The writers of this film believe a human being is a collection of bones.
Because this just has all the pieces of a movie but doesn't actually form a movie.
There aren't even ligaments in this film. Sometimes they'll cut and it'll be like, now there's no spaceship and Ratchet is flying through space. Other times they'll cut and a character will be in a whole new location and they didn't feel like having any kinetic energy or cohesion through cinematography to make that work in the least. This thing is borderline food fight at parts. It's upsetting.
Yeah, we did bring up food fight, disturbing amount while watching it.
This is like the most... Like, this is a movie that isn't terrible to sit there and watch, but it's leaning so hard on you've played Ratchet and Clank and you know what all this stuff is.
Sort of. There are also just scenes that made me think of the Minecraft movie as they hold up a gun and they go, this gun, it does the thing. Like for Mr. Zircon, they're like, let's explain how Mr. Zircon works. And I'm like, guys, fellas, buddies, it's a killer robot that's flooding the hallway with dozens of them. We don't need they will defend whoever summoned them.
Mm-hmm.
What is this fucking explanation? Who asked for that? Why?
The tooltip from the game.
Yeah, you don't turn the tooltip from the game into dialogue.
And yeah, his movie does it several times.
There's two jokes in this movie that kind of got me.
Uh-huh.
The one is when the death robots are attacking the Galaxy Rangers, and one of the Galaxy Ranger robots gets knocked off a bridge,
Yes.
and the Wilhelm scream plays.
And then
And both me groaning at the Wilhelm scream. Another one goes, Wilhelm, and reaches out his arm.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Got me. And the other was when the tech girl is playing the video game and trash talking, and you think that she's trash talking like some nerd, and she is literally trash talking a child, which then cries.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
My second joke, because the first one's, I was afraid this was a repeat of Game of the Year and we were going to have the same two jokes from this entire film. The first joke is one of my favorite two. The second of my favorite two is when they sneak in to boot that computer and it makes the PS2 sound loud as hell and they're smashing the volume down button. I'm like, yes, this is funny. It is relatable, it fits the scene, and is a joke unto itself and not just reference.
Those three jokes feel like jokes that are actually from a Ratchet game, and everything else just feels like this is what we think a kid's movie is.
Yeah, like this movie was forged in the elemental plane of bad CG movie comedy.
Yeah, I mean, the training montage just could be in anything. Where they're just like, here are the guns, use it. Oh, it's not going well. Okay, we're done. We're not even committed to this bit.
Hey, that also got them do the Minecraft thing of just, here's gun, you know.
Uh-huh.
That's enough.
They did it like 11 times in a row.
Yes, they did.
That would have been great. I'd have loved that movie if that was the whole thing. Like, Ratchet and Clank already has a built-in, like, Save the Cat certified script story. Where you've got two unlikely friends who meet, and one of them is kind of a selfish jerk, and the other one wants to like be a hero, and then the other one comes around, and then like they go on wacky adventures. Like that was already a standard thing you could turn into a kids movie. And then For no conceivable reason, they shoehorned in this random ass squad of galactic rangers here to fuck up both the plot and all of the visual language of the design for no fucking reason, including was it Rosario Dawson's character, who is inexplicably the only human proportioned person on the squad who's there to hang out with Clank in a B story that goes nowhere and makes no sense and pays off at random.
It's so awful looking. She's the number one source of me being like, we're watching Food Fight. She just looks so much lesser than every other character visually. Like, it's not just a design thing, though that is bad enough. It's also a fidelity thing. Anyways, this movie was made for $20 million, which is both confoundingly low and confoundingly high, considering they just reused shit from the movie or from the game in a way that felt like stand in front of the green screen. Even though they're fucking CG characters, it feels like a lot of the scenes in this movie can happen anywhere, because they don't have any energy of, like, one of the things that really bugs me, like truly bugs me about this film, is Ratchet and Clank is the weapons, but it's also the worlds. And this movie completely fucks that second thing. Like, there's no...
Yeah, it's like nothing.
Like, even the game does it better. You go to new worlds and they're different and interesting at all. And here it's like, well, I'm going to go to the city. Let's get to the space station. And they blew up a planet.
Every time they do a crowd shot, say, like if they need to have a whole bunch of people there, it's like 8 people.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Which is also very Food Fight.
Yes.
It's like, oh, Ratchet's getting mobbed by shitloads of fans. No, wait, this is 8 fans. I'm now thinking of the Saved by the Bell trick again, where they arrange the kids and the cameras in the class to make it look like it's way more students.
God.
When Ratchet destroyed the big warship and got into the Galaxy Rangers, did anybody else go, yeah, you just stole this from Galaxy Quest. It's literally the end of Galaxy Quest. It's the exact same. It's like he does the exact same thing.
You're right, but I haven't seen that movie in like 26 years, so no.
Right? Shit, you're right.
No, in that scene, I was more concerned with Ratchet he's using a magnet to drag all of these death bots upwards towards the ship. And it's like, oh, he's gonna ram them in. And I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see the momentum of them being yanked upward, have them fly into the underside and explode. The next cut, Ratchet is now descending upon the ship and dropping all of the robots into it. And I go, I'm so fucking sick of you, man. I'm so fucking sick of your dog shit fucking action sequences.
So speaking of things that don't look like they belong in Ratchet and Clank, I fucking hate Ratchet's boss. I hate him.
You mean John Goodman?
The guy, John Goodman. Like, how much did this movie fucking cost again? John Goodman, fucking Paul Giamatti, Sylvester Stallone. Fuck off.
He looks like you took one of the worst, like a Z-tier Star Wars character, and put them into Ratchet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He hangs out with the guy that owns that 50s diner.
He literally exists. God. Oh, God. How do I not remember that fucker's name?
Dexter Jetster.
Thank you. He literally is a toy made by a Chinese company to pass as a Star Wars toy in the middle of the episode 1 hype. That is what he looks like.
Is he in the game?
He's in that remake, yeah.
Yeah, because they just use parts of the movie for the cutscenes in that game.
Yeah, and he's not John Goodman, and his role is rather different.
Yeah, like he and Drek, I don't think they turned into CG movie comedy bullshit.
No,
in the game.
No, in the game they are not that. And this is my first time watching this movie. I guess we should go over that. Bob, this was yours first as well.
Yeah.
Chris, was this your first time watching this?
First.
Okay, and Aggro, when did you watch it
I've been mad about this for 10 years.
Did you watch this in theaters?
No, I watched this when it came out on home video.
Thank God.
Did everybody clap when they referenced Into the Nexus? Everybody clap when that happened? Because when they're showing the things Captain Quark did, they cut to the big gorilla guy that's the villain in that game. It's like, oh, Quark put him in jail.
No.
No, I can assure you I did not clap.
First off, I don't think I've ever clapped when I remembered Into the Nexus is existing. Secondly, no, I spent my time lore-wise with the movie going, no one knows what Ratchet is, but then the newscaster just randomly knows that he's a Lombax, even though they made it a point to stress no one knows what he is.
Well, I mean, that's kind of lore accurate to the original games.
Yeah, like halfway through, literally everyone starts telling him that. It's crazy.
There's even that joke early on where they're like, that cat thing.
Right. But no, Aggro's right. It's true to the spirits of the spirit of the original games is they just can't decide. It feels like they're making it up as they go.
Oh, anyone else love that reference to the Sly Cooper movie that got canceled? Where you see the Sly Cooper movie design when they swipe through different characters?
Yeah,
I thought that was moderately cute.
It's just weird because Clank can't identify what he is. And then later in the movie, the newscaster is the first person to do it. Anyway. Yeah, another thing I wanted to say is, weirdly enough, as he's swiping through organisms Ratchet could be, I think Clank shows that one guy at Insomniac who passed away that they pay homage to in numerous games. Yeah, he swipes past a human-looking guy, and that seems to be that guy. And I was like, aw, well, that's sweet.
It was Sly, a human, and something else I can't remember.
Yeah, it was some other reference.
Daxter.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was Daxter.
Yeah,
It was Daxter.
Now seems like a good time to bring out this rant of what the fuck is with Sony not leaning in. They're leaning into making games based on Marvel IPs, but they can't lean into making a movie based on their own IP. What the fuck is wrong with their brains?
I mean, they made a couple of those.
Look, it takes a long time to make those Spider-Man movies, all right?
It doesn't take that long to make a movie compared to a video game. It's crazy.
It also
that
doesn't
like
take as much money.
No,
They're real stupid.
and also, but also they've decided to leave every one of their IP on the table and not do anything with it. So,
And like these series they're making aren't cheaper. That Twisted Metal series cost more than this movie for certain, especially season 2. This is only $20 million. That's not a lot of money, and all of it clearly went to the celebrities. Mm-hmm. It's so insane then that they didn't convert any of their shit into fucking movies properly, but they're gonna go and do series of all these things. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The thing that really kills me is that they got all these celebrity voice actors to be every character that wouldn't cause fans to rebel if they were someone else. Mm-hmm. And they all do terrible jobs compared to the actual game voice actors.
I mean, there's James Arnold Taylor's a fucking talent, but John Goodman did do a good job as his character.
Yeah, John Goodman.
Opinion.
yeah, like everyone else, not so much. But John Goodman, come on.
Like, I was just sitting there watching the scene where Nefarious screams at Quark, and I'm like, he is delivering this perfect version of I am talking to the dumbest man in the world. Like, the sheer fury of like, you understand this is your wallet, right? And it's like, no, that's not my wallet. Like, it's that.
God, why is Nefarious in this fucking movie?
Yeah, thank you. I was like, how long do we get into this until Aggro does the Nefarious rant?
I truly will never understand why they decided Nefarious had to be the villain of the entire franchise.
Like, I get that he was popular and like, yeah, we can work with this guy. Like, I get why they just kept him around forever, but you put him in this movie and you do like the Harvey Dent origin story of him where he's fleshy the whole time. Like, if you're going to shoehorn him in because he's the marketable villain that you've got, just have him show up with the butler and do the shtick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird.
We find out that the person who decided that went on to be the head of Sony's narrative team.
I mean, really, the head of Sony's narrative team for their game studios and the head of Sony Pictures is kind of the same tier of villainy.
At least he did get one really good joke when he's trying to explain, okay, who is easily manipulable in that team. He just keep pointing at Quark. It's great.
No, that actor's really good.
God, this movie made Captain Quark so much more of a pathetic scumbag than he even is in the games.
Yeah, the weirdest thing is, if I remember correctly, the game opens with him in prison, and he's telling the story of this game in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really bizarre that the movie doesn't have that narrative conceit, given that's a very movie-style thing to do.
That would make it too close to a real movie, and they wanted to step away from that.
Yeah, again, a human being is a collection of bones.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like we want to make a Ratchet movie, but we have irrationally decided, even though all those fucking games were successful, that all these parts of it are unmarketable, so we have to replace it with sawdust.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's terrible. You know, Agro said it before, but I'll just underscore it again briefly and move on. The Ratchet games are CG, family-friendly action movies as a script. Why did you fucking dehydrate it, chop it up, and resaturate it? Like, this movie is so much easier to land than you made it look.
Mm-hmm. Like, how long did we get into the movie before Clank got put onto Ratchet's back?
Yes, and they had to explain it. That was so funny to me.
It's like this fails if you like Ratchet and Clank. It fails if you don't know what Ratchet and Clank is. I really have no idea what they were cooking. Seemingly nothing.
The Sony special is of late.
10-year streak, baby.
I like how they took time out over and over again to assure you that all of the planets that were ripped apart by the deplanetizer were either uninhabited or somehow evacuated in time.
Their dedication to this is how I knew they would blow up the planet, because the writer's a dipshit and he wouldn't have written, "Don't worry, we evacuated the whole planet," if they weren't intent on blowing it up.
I could see their parachutes.
Right?
Like, they have to make sure they get that in, but then Paul Giamatti gets immolated by the space laser.
Yup.
It's like one or the other, guys. You either have to keep everything family friendly and abstract, or not.
I'm going to bury this here right now, just to make sure it's covered in this, because I'll lose my mind if I don't bring it up. Did anyone recording this podcast right now know about Ratchet Clank: Life of Pi?
What?
It's a short film that came out in 2021.
No.
Yeah, in doing research for this, I only then discovered this existed. So that's a thing. It's like 22 minutes or something.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't get it. You know, Bob and I were talking. I wonder, I don't think this is the case, but I do wonder if anyone from the Sony Visual Arts group that were intent on making, you know, parallel media to the games was involved with this, because that was a big pitch they were doing at SVAG, where they were like, in between the major game releases, because games take so long to release now that our studio that helps you make assets for your games is looking a little questionable in its proposition because you take this long to make games.
Mm-hmm.
They were pushing doing series and movies and things in parallel to the games. I don't think they were involved with this, but I feel like, because they were talking about, we already make the tools in order to make the games, in order to make the cutscenes in the games, we now have all of these assets and these tools and everything. It would be easy enough to make parallel media. I have to wonder if their initiative, if Sony had gone through with it, would not have gone better than this movie.
It had to have. It would have had to have.
Just because those people would be within arm's reach of the studios that would strangle them. Did anyone else in this recording know Dr. Nefarious's voice actor or actor? Did Andrew Ryan?
No.
He's Andrew Ryan in fucking BioShock, evidently.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Oh, that's good.
It's fucking weird, man. Those are very different voices and performances. Also, he was a main cast member on Deep Space Nine, 173 episodes. I am looking forward to watching that because if I remember correctly, that's supposed to be the same voice as Nefarious.
Man, if he's in that many episodes, he must be like one of the main
He's Quark, I think.
Yeah, he's literally a character named Quark.
Yeah, that's a major character.
See, I've never seen Deep Space Nine.
I can't remember the name of the characters.
I never made that connection. That's great.
Yeah, no, I did years ago, and I was like, that's hilarious.
Jesus, he's a Ferengi.
Yeah, he's a Ferengi.
Yeah, he's the one that like runs the bar.
He's like the main Ferengi? What?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's incredible.
That guy's good.
I'm looking forward to watching Deep Space Nine again. Jesus.
I too am looking forward to the Deep Space Nine podcast.
Okay.
Aren't we all?
Oh God, a podcast where every episode we have to roll which series we watch an episode from. We've rolled a new Star Trek 3 times in a row, and I wish I was dead.
Oh no.
Anyway, I think I got in everything I wanted to talk about specifically, other than, I guess, the smallest anecdote. In the game, there are sequences where you play as Clank and you run away from the giant death bot that is Sylvester Stallone in the movie. And while I was doing that on a stream, I think Bob may have been co-hosting this playthrough. It was a long time ago now. Someone was like, oh, he's played by Sylvester Stallone in the movie. And I'm like, oh, he must be more developed in the movie. This must be like a whole epic action sequence. And in fact, no, in the movie, Clank just shoots a cloud out of a gun and it rains on him and rusts him instantly. And that's it. And I'm like, but the game had so many action sequences. What the hell? The game, again.
Well, we don't have enough time for that.
The game, again, is much more like what you would expect the movie to be than the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Confounding.
Almost like Insomniac's better at making a
story,
an animated movie than, than these random people.
Which, yeah, the core of the Ratchet franchise, like, it feels like more so than any other Sony franchise ever, was birthed as this is the Pixar style movie that's an action, fun sci-fi thing for kids/teens. And so ultimately, it being made into a movie just makes it grossly apparent how much better at that Insomniac is than the hacks that made this.
Oh, well, so we're talking about the Stallone character.
Yeah.
I feel like in the entire movie, he maybe says 2 paragraphs. So
yeah, that's about right. I figure he's got like 8-9 lines.
They like get him in the recording booth for one day and it's over. It's like, yeah, we're set.
I looked at the IMDb. I'm like, Sylvester Stallone's in it. Victor? Who the hell is Victor? I had to listen to the movie until he finally like shout grunted a line. I'm like, oh, there he is. Okay.
See, I went to the fucking IMDb and I'm like, Rosario Dawson plays, I don't recognize that name at all. And then I hear Rosario Dawson come out of the TV at the exact moment I saw that and went, oh shit? This food fight looking motherfucker? Really? God.
She spends the whole movie, no, guys, we have to slow down and come up with a plan. And everybody telling her, shut up, nerd. And in the end, they finally decide to listen to her because Ratchet just, I guess, finds empathy in that moment and sees she's frowning and goes, oh, wait, no, hang on, go on. And she's like, cool, instead of trying to move the whole planet, why don't we aim the weapon away from the planet? And I'm like, top tier shit. This is some Ivy League brain cage planning we've got going on. I'm really glad we invested so much screen time in this arc. This is a payoff that I'm going to carry with me for a long time. I feel like I've grown as a person. You hack fucks.
Chris, Bob, did you have any last things to get out in this part of the review before we get to our categories?
No.
Okay, there's this one part where they're being chased by the Mr. Zircons.
Mm-hmm.
They run through a door.
Yep.
And Ratchet goes, I have an idea, and attempts to shoot the girl he's with in the face because behind her head was the button to shut the door instead of yelling, hit the button to shut the door.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah.
This Ratchet is such an asshole.
He just, at least old Ratchet would have done that deliberately.
Yeah, he would have been like a jerk about it. This Ratchet is... God,
he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, this Ratchet is like a puppy that tears up all your shit, except it's not endearing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, God, I guess I have one more thing. Can you believe that 2 times in this movie, Ratchet has to repair a car that is driving while someone else drives it?
Yeah, we were laughing so hard at that while watching the film. I'm like, movie, we're 20 minutes in, and you've written 2 sequences where a person who's bad at driving drives the thing while Ratchet repairs the vehicle, and it's played for zany, goofy laughs? What the hell? How do you run out of ideas 20 minutes in? Oh, man.
Oh, right. And then the laser, you know how they had to move it so it doesn't hit the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Because this movie is so bad at conveying motion, between cuts, not only does it not hit the planet it's aiming at, it also fully spins a 180 and hits the planet directly behind it.
Uh-huh.
How? What?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have stopped that?
Nah.
No,
It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah, this thing is just a visual fucking clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm.
It really does feel like it has the vibes of a sitcom that's regularly filmed on a set, so they won't do much with the set. That's how a lot of this feels, because these are just environments borrowed from the game. What a fucking mistake this was. Jesus. Okay, and with that done, we're going to move on to our categories next. Categories such as thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Is this worse than the Tekken movie? Star power 1 to 5. Faithfulness on a 1 to 100 scale. And is this a suitable substitute for the video game? But before we get to those and more, hey, did you know you can support our endeavors to watch every Hollywood live action or theatrically released video game adaptation by supporting us over on patreon.com/GB podcast. It helps us keep the lights on. It helps feed us. And it helps keep me caffeinated. You can't get any extra content for this series over there. However, you can in fact go listen to commentary tracks of countless movies we've watched. I believe some of which are video game movies. We have to have one, right? We've done like 70 commentary tracks.
A bunch of video game adjacent movies.
Yeah. And you can also watch our exclusive film, Isolation 119, the story of a man going to Thailand who filmed going to Thailand as a tax break for going to Thailand. And he's solving a mystery while being haunted by Microsoft Sam. That's patreon.com/GB podcast. Oh, yeah, I forgot to cover it earlier. Just to get all the details out, we implied some of this. The budget for this film was $20 million. The box office was $14.4 million. The Rotten Tomatoes is 22.
Oh.
And the runtime's 94 minutes. I think that might be... Okay, I have not filled out all the Rotten Tomatoes for everything we've watched. That might be the lowest. Of the ones entered, the next closest is Angry Birds at 44. I don't know that Double Dragon bombed hard enough to get there. 22 is really low. Anyways, let's get to our categories. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Bob, what do you give the movie?
I gotta give this a thumbs down. It's really just not appealing in any way. It's not even like painful to watch. It's just boring, and that's rough.
Yeah, I'm there with Bob. It's not extraordinarily bad in a way that's interesting or entertaining. It's really just bad, boring car commercial. The movie. That's about the level it comes in at. There's a few good laughs, but by and large, this is bad, and there's no reason to watch it. Chris.
Down. I would change the channel if this was on a TV while I was building furniture.
100%. Aggro.
Yeah, down. It's impressive that they made Ratchet and Clank this boring. Like, they didn't sand the edges off. They coated the thing in resin.
I'll start our next segment. Is this worse than the Tekken movie? Yes, absolutely. This is far more boring. This is far less interesting. This is the stalest fucking thing possible. It visually looks awful. It also has the extra layer of being a tragic conversion of a good thing. Like the Ratchet Clank franchise and arguably the game, which is much better than the movie, in my opinion, into this horrible creature. I absolutely prefer the Tekken movie over this. I am much gladder the Tekken movie was made than this. Let's go to aggro.
Yeah, like if you list out the faults of these two movies, they're very similar. But at the end of the day, the Tekken movie liked Tekken. And this movie was a huge part of a years-long campaign to just stymie and ruin a franchise I love.
Bob.
I'm gonna say no. For some reason, Tekken upset me more. And I'm not even sure exactly why. It might just be because I'm a bigger fan of Tekken. But yeah, that movie's really upsetting.
Is this about old Papa Heihachi?
A little bit, yes.
And Chris.
No, it's not worse than the Tekken movie.
Woo! We are evenly split on this. Would you like to elaborate on how it's not?
It's, first of all, it had any jokes that made me think of Ratchet. Meanwhile, Tekken doesn't even show Paul penis.
It won't even show penis. Zero stars.
I agree that this is very boring, but I felt like I had more negative feelings towards Tekken than I did towards this movie. This one I was just kind of like, okay, well, that's exactly what you do right there, yeah.
For me, I think this movie is even less professionally made than the Tekken movie in a number of ways, which is surprising given the budget of the Tekken movie and how bad the cosplay looks. They generally, with the broader scenes, convey space a lot better, and you understand the relation between different things better. And at the end of the day, I will watch the Tekken movie again. If you come over and you're like, hey, you got to watch one of these again, Noel, I'm just going to watch the Tekken movie, and I don't even have to think about it. This Ratchet movie has no value in it. Confoundingly, this is the last place you would expect this to happen. This is one of the lower budget films we've ever watched for this series, and we have to have this discussion. Is this one of the stronger star powers we've had for one of these movies? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Individually, people get to rank it 1 to 5. Let's figure it out. We'll start with aggro.
I mean, I'll give it a 3. It's a weird situation in which they stunt casted the animated movie with celebrities, but they did it to like the back half of the cast that nobody gives a shit about. I mean, like they're there, like, hey, that's John Goodman. Why is Paul Giamatti doing a terrible version of Drek? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. On the IMDb page, they said originally they had the original Drek performing as Drek in this movie. But somewhere in production, they just replaced him outright with Paul Giamatti and then accidentally sent Paul Giamatti's check to the original Drek actor.
Cash it.
Yes, I am Paul Giamatti. Thank you for cashing my check. Yeah, I don't know. I'm there with aggro. It's conflicting because there are big names in this. There are a number of big names in this. But again, they didn't like stick John Leguizamo as Ratchet. They didn't stick a major actor as a major guy. They didn't even do it for Nefarious, which seems weird, but I guess it's hard to recast Nefarious because he's fucking perfect. That actor's fucking perfect as Nefarious. So yeah, I'm also gonna have to go with 3. Man, most of this movie's budget absolutely went to the fucking celebrity cast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chris, where do you put it?
I'm gonna have to give it a 2. Like, there's a couple stunt casts, but these aren't people that we're gonna put asses in seats in 2016.
You don't think people are going to the theater to watch Sylvester Stallone play a big robot man for
No, I don't think anybody I don't think anybody gives a shit about Paul Giamatti in 2016.
I have bad news for you. I don't think people ever gave the hugest shit about Paul Giamatti, and I think that's something that I think Paul Giamatti fans might agree on as being tragic. Wasn't he going to play the fucking Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Mans before, they moved on to new guy Tom Holland?
Didn't he actually do it?
Yeah, he did it for the ending shot of 2. They're like, oh, be excited for the next one. We got Paul Giamatti Rhino. Never mind.
So yeah, like they half-assed stunt casting it. So 2.
Okay, and Bob.
Yeah, I'm with Chris here. They didn't do a good job of this at all. Like, I have to set it at 2. They didn't even, like, what you do if you don't want to replace the main characters with a well-known voice, you make a new main character who's right there with them that is stunt cast as some big Hollywood celebrity. And they didn't even do that. Everyone who's like one of these high-end actors is in the movie for maybe 10 minutes total.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not like... They kind of try with I don't even remember these characters' names. So there's Angry Girl and Tech Girl. It feels like they kind of pair up Ratchet with Angry Girl fairly often, but I'm surprised there's not like a more Ratchet-shaped girl who is constantly with him.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if Angry Girl is played by a major actor.
She's Tabitha St. Germain. She does a lot of voice acting.
Okay, yeah, that's not what this is.
So the character that would have made the most sense to be stunt casted was not.
Look, we needed more space for Rosario Dawson's character to exist.
And say the things she says. I started the last 2 categories with aggro. This should have been the one I started with aggro, but he's eaten too well as of late. We're going the other way. The next category is faithfulness on a scale of 1 to 100, and we're going to start with Chris. Do you think this is faithful to the games?
I mean, it's faithful to one game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it a 65% since it is kind of faithful to one game, as in it has a lot of the same pieces arranged in what the creators think is a human being.
Right? It's got all these bones. Bob.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks like it's from Ratchet and Clank. So I guess that gets it like a 75. Let's just ignore any sort of deeper lore or anything. I don't know that much about that.
I'm also going to put this at a 75. It feels like the last 25%, unfortunately, was the soul. This is a fucking skinwalker. It looks like a Ratchet and Clank thing. It has locations and characters you would expect. Some of them sound exactly like they should. But my God, that last 25% is the fucking connection to the spiritual world. This is a dead walker. Aggro?
Yeah, that PS4 remake of 1 anchors this at a 70. Jesus Christ. Like a bunch of the terrible shit they added to that is the core of this movie that they then dredged through the bad comedy CG movie dimension. Came away with a nice gloopy sheen all over it.
Your pretty franchise is going to hell as it just fucking the Ratchet universe gets dragged down circles of hell. Its soul being rended from its form. God. Gentlemen, is this a suitable substitute for the game? Fuck it. I'll let Bob start. Hey, Bob.
Yo, this isn't even a good substitute for the game it's directly remaking. No.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with... No, it's terrible.
Aggro?
Yeah, no. Like, I don't have a lot of kind words to say about Ratchet and Clank 2016, but even it didn't Like it did a bad version of Ratchet. It wasn't this weird psychopath.
It's really weird because, you know, if you watch the Silent Hill one, I'm pretty sure I'm there saying like, oh yeah, that's a suitable substitute for the game. You get the idea, Foggy Town, this type of horror, sure. This feels like, yes, the suitable substitute for you meeting celebrity name here is their stunt double who's a drunk asshole. It feels like all it's gonna do is be close enough visually and in other ways to just convince you all those games fucking suck. You don't get the spirit of the thing here. And truly, in this case, the Ratchet games are such a joy to fucking play, and none of that part of it is conveyable into, like, if this had fun visual sequences, right? Any clever visual sequence, it might work to replace the kinetic energy and joy of playing the games. But it has none of that. It has no visual joy, no cleverness. I think this is close enough in all of these ways where it cannot be stressed enough. This is not a substitute for the game.
Yeah, the action sequences would fit in a TNG episode.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great. What's your favorite scene where Ratchet walks in a big circle as a dude shoots slowly after him, just barely trailing him? They did that sequence twice in a row, and I'm like, no, come up with a new thought. Should this have been adapted back into a video game is a really weird category, because they did.
Yeah.
Yup. And they shouldn't have.
So should we just say no? Is this an NA or is it a no?
Yeah, I guess it's just a no. Like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah, I guess I won't invalidate the category for this episode just so we can take a stance on whether or not that should have happened. Bob, you were saying no?
Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm saying no. Aggro?
Nope.
And Chris?
No.
Okay, the follow-up question of a bizarre nature now. Should they have converted this into an FMV game? No, because those live and die based on the visual action on the screen being entertaining to watch while you push buttons and let it continue going. This is dog shit. There's nothing here. Bob?
Well, but don't you want to be Ratchet fixing the car while the other person drives it? Don't you want to hit buttons to that?
That's like one of the only things that would work, and only the car one with the old man, the flying one with Clank wouldn't even have the visual energy to make that work. But you found the one scene in the movie that sort of feels correct.
But yeah, I'm gonna say overall no, because I just compared the action sequences to TNG.
Aggro.
Yeah, no. I would have gotten to the scene where you're running from the Mr. Zircons and after a bunch of trial and error, figured out that the solution is to fire your weapon at your teammate who's standing in front of the door button you can't see, and I would have snapped my controller in half.
And Chris.
Absolutely not.
Okay, and last category here, always the most condescending. Is this movie normal person friendly? We're going to start with Chris.
I think that was the goal, but they ended up making something so fluid you can't keep it in a container. It just drips out. So no, I would not take a normal person to see this movie. I feel like if I took a normal person to see this movie, they would be insulted. Like, you think normal people like this? This is your vision of what a normal person likes?
Bob, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's just descended a little too far. It's not for anybody at this point. I mean, look at the box office.
Right.
That really shows that nobody cared. Nobody wanted to see what they made here.
This movie is coming in at the level of Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Aggro, how do you feel? Is this normal person friendly?
Yeah, no, Chris is right. That's what they were going for, but they tried to adapt this story by applying the wrong formula to it, and the results they got didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it again, it was the goal to make it normal person friendly, but it is not. There's not enough here. There's no soul. There's no nothing. It's not visually good enough. In all of these layers, it is not normal person friendly.
Oh my God. I'm looking back at every one of these we've done. This is the first time we've all answered no to every single question.
No, wait. We said no to everything? No, that's not true. That's not true. Technically, Aggro and I said that it is worse than Tekken. So we said yes to one thing.
Okay. Sorry, that one was separated by the
number scores. Yeah. But it's true. Yeah. This is a full no sweep for the entire bottom 4 categories.
Yes.
Which, yeah, that's the first time. Holy shit. It's almost like the energy you get coming out of this podcast is where, like, yeah, I would shoot baby Hitler. Like, we should get in the time machine and unmake this film is the vibe of this review, in case you haven't picked up on it. Anyway, I'm glad we could talk about this movie. Any last comments before I end this podcast, gentlemen?
I'm not really good at remembering timelines, so I wanted to check in. Can I blame Jim Ryan for this?
No, probably not.
No, sadly you can't.
Damn, I'm gonna still do it though.
Okay.
This movie, it makes complete sense that so many Hollywood executives are going all in on AI because they think this is the perfect film, and this is exactly the sort of thing an AI would produce. Where it's like, these are things you know from other movies, kind of arranged in the shape of the IP it's based on. Don't you like that? And everybody goes, no.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
This is a large language movie.
Yeah.
An LLM. Well, I'm excited to watch whatever is next because simply it is not this, and that is good enough to get me excited now. The executive producers for this month's GigaBoots videos are Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Cooper Tank, BN12, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or a normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.